Welcome back my kings and queens. So you're interested in low poly interior modeling? Then you're definitely right at this video right here. Today we are going to create a low poly front seat. And if you're interested in how to create a full low poly interior, then you can go ahead and check out my full step-by-step course with the link in my description. But now let's go ahead and start modeling the front seat. We're going to use this image right here as a reference just to see how the basic shape looks like, but we're not going to recreate exactly this seat right here. So in your Blender scene should be a cube. So go ahead and press left click to select the cube and press tab to go into the edit mode. Then when you're hovering with your mouse over the cube and press Ctrl and R, you should get this yellow outline right here, and go ahead and press left click and then right click to leave the loop cut at the same place. Then go ahead and rotate your view by pressing the middle mouse button. Press 3 to go into the face selection mode. Select this face right here, press X and delete the vertices. Now you should have half of a cube. Then also go ahead and rotate your view down to a point around here and select this face right here, and again press X and press on vertices. Then go ahead and press tab again to go into the object mode. Head over to the right side and click on the modifiers tab right here. Click on add modifier, click on generate and click on mirror. Go ahead and enable clipping so that the vertices stick to the middle line. And now we're ready to go to start modeling the front seat. Go into the edit mode by pressing tab. Press 2 to go into the edge selecting mode. Select this edge right here. Go into the side view by pressing numpad 3. Then go ahead and press E to extrude the edge and extrude it once to a point around here. Then again press E and extrude it back to a point around here. And press E once more and extrude it up again to a point around here. Now let's go ahead and rotate our view and take a look on what we've created. And this is already starting to look like a front seat. Go into the front view by pressing numpad 1. Go into the vertice selection mode by pressing 1. Select this vertice right here. Go ahead to the left side and click on this symbol right here. Now you should have added these arrows to your screen, and go ahead and select the red arrow and move the vertice to the left side to a point around here. Then press numpad 7 to go into the top view. Select this vertice right here and extrude it once to a point around here. Then again press E and extrude it to a point around here, and press E once more and extrude it to a point around here. Make sure that you extrude it in this curve as well. Then from the top view again, hover with your mouse over this face right here and press Ctrl R and search with your mouse for this area where this yellow line appears, and go ahead and press left click and then right click to confirm the loop cut. Go ahead and select this vertice right here, and then with Ctrl this vertice right here to select all of the 3 vertices. Go into the side view by pressing numpad 3, move all of the vertices up to a point around here, and then take both of these vertices right here and move them up a little bit more to a point around here. Then go again into the front view by pressing numpad 1, select this vertice right here, press E and extrude it to a point around here, press E again and extrude the vertice now to a point around here, and we're already extruding the vertices so that we have a matching vertice next to it, so we can later on create quads when we go ahead to fill in the faces. And if you want to learn more valuable information like this for all of the other interior parts as well, like the steering wheel and the rear view mirror, then go ahead and check out my full step-by-step course with the link in my description. Then with this vertice selected, go ahead and press E again and extrude it to a point around here. And now let's go ahead and rotate our view, and with shift select this vertice as well and press F to connect the vertices. Then let's go ahead and go into the side view. Then go ahead and take this vertice right here and move to the left side to a point around here. Take this vertice and move to the left side to a point around here, and this vertice as well to a point around here. And as this looks a little bit cursed, let's go ahead and take this vertice and move it a little bit to the left side, and then this one a little bit to the left side as well. Let's go ahead and rotate our view, and let's go ahead and start to fill in the faces. So go ahead and select all of these 4 vertices right here with shift and press F to create a face. Then you can go ahead and take both of these vertices right here and press F again all the way to the end. So you end up with this shape right here. Then go ahead and take these 3 vertices right here, go into the side view, go ahead and press E and then Y to extrude all of these vertices only on the Y axis to a point around here. Then rotate your view and with shift deselect this vertice right here and select this vertice again so it becomes white. Then we're pressing period. You can go ahead and change the pivot point to active element, and the active element is always the right vertice. Then go into the front view and go ahead and press S to scale the vertices and press X to scale the vertices only on the X axis, and go ahead and scale them up to a point around here. Let's go ahead and take these 3 vertices right here, go into the side view again, press E and then Y to extrude all of the vertices on the Y axis to a point around here. Go ahead and deselect this vertice and select this vertice again so it becomes white and it becomes the active element, and the pivot point is already set to active element. So let's go ahead and press S and Y to scale all of these vertices on the Y axis to a point around here, and go ahead and take this vertice and move it a little bit to the left so we have a straight line right here. Then go ahead and select these 3 vertices right here, go into the front view and go ahead and move all of the vertices to the right side to a point around here, and deselect this vertice and select this vertice again so it becomes the active element. go ahead and press S and then Z to scale all of these vertices on the Z axis to a point around here. Then go ahead and rotate your view, take these 4 vertices right here and press F to create a face, and then go ahead and take this vertex and move it a little bit more to the right side, and like this it's already looking way better. Now let's go ahead and take these 2 vertices right here. Now let's go ahead and take these 2 vertices right here, go into the side view again, press E and then Z to move the vertices on the Z axis to a point around here. Take this vertex and move it a little bit more down to a point around here. Then take both of these vertices again, go into the front view and move them a little bit to the right side to a point around here, and go ahead and take these 4 vertices right here and press F to fill in the face. Right here you can go ahead and take these 3 vertices and press F to create a triangle. Then go ahead and take these 3 vertices right here, go into the side view, press E and then Z and move the vertices down to a point around here. Go into the front view and move all of the vertices in to a point around here, and from the side view again, deselect this vertex and select this again so it becomes the active element. And go ahead and press S and then Y to scale this on the Y axis to a point around here. Then select all of these 3 vertices right here, go into the side view, press E and Y to show the vertices on the Y axis to a point around here, and move them on the X axis to a point around here. Go into the side view and take this vertex as the active element, and press S and Z to scale it down on the Z axis to a point around here. Then take these 4 vertices right here and press F, and go ahead and take these 2 vertices, go into the side view, press E and Y to a point around here, move them down and take a look from the top view, and go ahead and press S and X to scale the vertices on the X axis to a point around here, and go ahead and create a face right here. Then go ahead and take these 3 vertices right here, press E and then X, move all of the vertices on the X axis all the way to the middle, where all of the 3 vertices snap to the middle point right here, and go ahead and move them a little bit back. Then go ahead and create a loop cut right here and move it with your mouse to the left side to a point around here. Go ahead and move it out again to a point around here, and then go ahead and take these 4 vertices and press F, and take these 2 vertices and press F again. Then go ahead and take these 2 vertices right here, go into the side view and go ahead and press E and shoot the vertices to a point around here. Then you can go ahead and actually delete this edge right here, so you get rid of the triangle. Then you can go ahead and select these 4 vertices right here and press F to create a face, and you can go ahead and create a triangle right here. And then go ahead and press Shift and Alt and click on an edge right here to select all of these vertices, and go ahead and press E and then Z and move the vertices down to a point around here. And now the seed is almost finished. In the edit mode of the seed, go ahead and press Shift and A to open up the Smash menu and click on Cube to add in a new cube. And in the time lapse right now, you can see how I have created the headrest. So now my kings and queens, you know how to create a low poly front seat. If you want to learn even more about low poly interior modeling, I have created a full step-by-step course where we start to modify the windshield with a black frame, then create the outline for the interior, create the interior frame itself with the dashboard and the middle console. We will go ahead and model the steering wheel, the front seats, the back seats, and many more additional details to bring the interior to life. The interior course works perfectly as a standalone course, but it works even better with my full low poly car modeling course. So if you wanted to learn this anyways, this is the best opportunity for you to start now. You can find all of the information with the link in my description. And now my kings and queens, I wish you all of the best for the future, and we'll see us in the next video.